Good day, I'm Lester B. Cusile of Bscs 3ADM, and this is my final requirements in subject. So in this, we have to compare the different type of algorithm, which is the clustering, regression, and the classification clustering. So we have the sample data set which named wine quality dot csv. So we uploaded it in the Google Colab, which is here. And then after that, we will load the different types of libraries. So we will be importing the skylearn metrics and assemble and etc. So of course we will also import the k-means and the confusion matrix which needed, as well as the classification. And of course, hindi mawawala ang pandas, numpy, and matplotlib. So after that, we will determine the CSB, which declared name of path wine quality CSB. So and next we will be showing the CSB file. So here is now, and after that we will be getting the info of the CSB file. So we can see here. And then after that, of course, the data cleaning. In this data cleaning, and there are datas that doesn't need in the getting the classification or regression of the requirements. So of course, we will be cleaning the data on grade and declaring a new list for I in DF quality. If I is greater than 5, I is equal to 1. So grade dot append. Else I is equal to 0. So grade dot append. DF grade is equal to grade. So a new column to hold or already categorized quality. So after cleaning the data, so we can show the files. So here is now. Data is already cleaned. And after that, in the outliers, plotting the distribution of our numerical variables with help us to detect outliers and any abnormalities. Of course, we will be removing the outliers. So after that, we will be plotting it in the we can see those few outliers shown by longer right tail of the distribution. So this is in this graph it shows the outliers. So we can see there are higher outliers in the fixed acidity, in the density. So we don't need this. We will be focusing on the regression and the classification standard here in the logistic regression. So we will be getting the splitting our data into train and test data set. So x train, x test, y train, y test, and we'll be declaring a regression is equal to logistic regression. So we select the algorithm. So we fit the algorithm with the training data and the training output. So you can see if we run this, we will be getting the logistic regression. Y hat holding the prediction made with the algorithm using X test. So after that, we will be getting the data of weights and odd and odd. So you can see here the data of features, weight, and odd. So after that, we will be getting it into confusion matrix. So we'll be declaring ECM is equal to confusion matrix y hat and y test. So after you running it, you can see you will get the array, which is 10739 and 4393. So in the next is format for easier understanding. So we will be formatting it using the cmdf is equal to pd data frame. So the predicted column and the predicted one column, which what which on what we get here in 107 and 39 and 43 and 93. And then of course the clustering. One hot encoding to deal with categoral data. Data normalization to bring data of every feature on the same scale. So we will be using the elbow method. Elbow method with inertia to find n clusters. So WCSS, which names the wine quality, is equal to I square brackets for I in range 1 to 11. K means, so we'll be declaring K means. So K means n cluster is equal to I. Int IT is equal to K means plus plus. Max iter is equal to 300 and the init in 10 random state is equal to 0. So we'll be fitting the k-means into the scale. So of course, the plotting method from range to 1 to 11, and we will be labeling it as elbow method, and the Y label is WCSS. So WCSS this is defined as the sum of the squared distance between each number of the cluster and each centroid. So of course we'll be showing. So after that we'll be getting the elbow method and and the labels of Y and X axis. And then next is checking the silhouette score. So you can see in the graph there are more k in the number 2, which is point 20 25.25. You can see the graphs here is going down from 2 to 9. And then after that is getting the k-means algorithm, which is plotting it by plotting it. As you can see in the graph, there is a red big mark on the yellow area and a red big mark on the violet color. So we will be getting its scale. It's, as you can see, there is a value here which is the 1.9. Oh, and then the comparisons using mean. XK means is equal to copy. XK means is labels. Y so you can see the datas here, which is the grade of 0 and grade of 1. So fixed volatile citric residual acidity, fixed acidity, volatile acidity, citric acidity, and many more. And then next is the agglomerative clustering. As you can see here, you can see an dendrogram showing its its graph. And then next is plotting it in the scatter plot. And then next is the classification. So to determine the classification, we'll be declaring an x, and then x dot drop total sulfur dioxide. So you can see again a number from 0 to 4, and it's vol fixed acidity, volatile, citric, resolda, sugar, chloride, free sulfur dioxide, density, pH, so pH, and alcohol. So it is now, so you can see is again is the X train in X test and Y train. So we will be getting the values which are the 1 1057, 10, 353, and 10, and 1057, and 353. So, and then next is the scaling of the values. So we will be declaring again an SC for the variable is equal to a standard scalar. So X train is equal to, we will be fitting it to transform. So, and then next is defining the base learners. So in the models, logistic regression, so we'll be declaring again an LR, which is logistic regression, and the model, and the KNN and the SVC, and the decision tree classifier. Though, so this is now the classifier which declared as DTC. And then next is the model. So as you can see here, it is now shows the different types is the DTC, which the decision tree classifier, and the KNN classifier, and the LR, or the logistic regressions. So model is equal to a model that fit X train, so we'll be fitting it again. So, and now model performance, model name, X test, and Y test. So we'll be printing the model. As you can see here, it is now the models of the logistic regression. So the accuracy score is 0.7, and the confusion matrix is 136, 133, and 37, 47, and 37. So you can see here now the precision recall. You can see here the graphs. So regression in and class and regression is and so regression and classification is a type of supervised learning algorithms, while clustering is a type of class um, unsupervised learning algorithms, because clustering is cleaning of data, while regression is mapping and plotting, as well as the classification. So that's all. Thank you.